There are two proven methods for getting out of debt. One will save you the most money. The other one actually gets people out of debt. And they're not the same method. Here's how to figure out which one is right for you. Welcome to Fiscal Fluency, the language of wealth. Today we're breaking down the two most effective debt payoff strategies, the avalanche and the snowball. We'll cover how each one works, what the math says, what the psychology says, and exactly how to pick the right one for your situation. Let's get fluent. Quick reminder before we dive in. I'm not a financial advisor, and nothing in this video is financial advice. This is purely for educational and informational purposes. Always do your own research and consult a qualified professional before making any financial decisions. With that said, let's get into it. First, both methods share the same foundation. You make minimum payments on every debt you have, every month, no exceptions. Then you take any extra money, even $50 or $100, and throw it at one specific debt with everything you've got. When that debt is gone, you take the money you were paying on it and add it to the next target. That's called a debt rollover. And it's the engine that accelerates both strategies. The difference is which debt you target first. The avalanche targets the debt with the highest interest rate. Doesn't matter the balance, highest rate goes first. Once that's gone, you move to the next highest rate, and so on. The snowball targets the debt with the smallest balance. Doesn't matter the interest rate. Smallest balance goes first. You knock it out fast, then roll that payment onto the next smallest. Same foundation, different attack order. Now let's look at what that difference actually costs you. Let's say you have three debts: a $5,000 credit card at 22% APR, a $1,500 store card at 15% APR, and a $10,000 car loan at 7% APR. You have $300 a month beyond your minimums to throw at debt. With the avalanche, you go after the 22% card first. That high rate is charging you roughly $91 in interest every single month. Killing it first stops the bleeding fastest. With the snowball, you go after the $1,500 store card first. Smaller balance, faster win. But that 22% card keeps compounding while you're celebrating. Research published in the Journal of Marketing Research found that the avalanche method saves a meaningful amount in total interest paid, often hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on your balances and rates. And if you're purely optimizing for total cost, avalanche is the mathematically correct answer. Here's the problem with math. People aren't spreadsheets. A study from Northwestern University found that what actually predicts debt payoff success isn't the interest rate you attack. It's getting accounts to zero. Every debt you eliminate completely changes your psychology. It reduces the number of bills you're juggling, creates a tangible sense of momentum, and makes the next target feel achievable instead of overwhelming. Dave Ramsey has popularized the snowball for decades, and the reason it works isn't financial, it's behavioral. Paying off that $1,500 store card in 4 months gives you a win. Wins build confidence. Confidence drives consistency. And consistency is what actually gets you out of debt. A 2012 Kellogg study found that focusing on paying off individual accounts rather than the balance with the highest rate led to faster overall debt elimination in practice. The math is second to motivation. Here's the honest answer. The best strategy is the one you'll actually stick with. If you're disciplined, love data, and can stay motivated while staring at a big, high-interest balance for months, do the avalanche. You'll pay less overall. If you've tried to get out of debt before and lost steam, or if you need to feel progress to stay committed, do the snowball. The wins are real, and the momentum is worth more than the interest savings. Some people do a hybrid, knock out 1 or 2 small balances for the psychological boost, then switch to avalanche. That's not a compromise. That's a strategy. Here's your new vocabulary. Avalanche. Target highest interest rate first. Saves the most money. Snowball. Target smallest balance first. Builds momentum and wins. Both use the same debt rollover engine. The difference is psychology versus math. The best method is the one that gets you to the finish line. Now that you know how to eliminate debt, the next question is, was that debt actually bad in the first place? Because not all debt is the enemy. Some of it is quietly building wealth. That's next time on Fiscal Fluency. Stay fluent.